Hi, my name is Ariana Mulcara, and in this video I will be discussing whether or not social media is actually making us less social. In my opinion, yes, I certainly believe and support that social media is in fact making us less social. As I was researching about this topic, I came upon a recent study about human interaction and communication. And the results of this study showed that 87% of the participants involved were socially distracted and missed out on the conversation due to social media. In addition, 54% felt that they were missing out if they didn't check their phones. Astonishingly, out of 3,000 participants, 76% of females and 54% of males checked their phones 10 times when with friends. As the widely circulated Tech University very clearly stated, the presence of mobile technologies has the ability to divert individuals from face-to-face exchanges, thereby undermining the character and depth of these connections. It may seem like we're connecting with others through social media, but in reality, we're just maintaining superficial connections, and we aren't dedicating the time or putting in the effort to cultivate deeper long-term relationships. It limits face-to-face interaction, and I'm not saying that social media should be cut out from our lives entirely, but it should be used in moderation. For too much social media can cause a negative impact on one's character and one's relationship with other people, which eventually will reflect onto the society. When was the last time you had a nice dinner with your family or went out to a restaurant? Was one of the people at your table on their phones? Were you the one told to put your phone away? In the recent years, it is sadly a habit of individuals to have their noses buried into their phones at the dinner table. We need to reclaim and re-establish those places and events as an opportunity to start a conversation and connect with your friends and loved ones. One of the issues we have developed is that we only listen to what interests us. We don't create deep human connection, eye contact, and do not have an open mind to new ideas, new thoughts, or others' lives, which is most definitely not a healthy daily exercise. Expert psychologists say that the reason for this behavior is that conversation happens in real time, and you cannot control or plan from ahead what you're going to say at that moment. Social media, however, lets us present ourselves as the self we want to be. We're allowed to edit, which also means we're allowed to delete. It's extremely wrong, but people are beginning to sacrifice conversation for mere connection. As psychologist Sherry Turkle presented, we expect more from technology and less from each other, because technology appeals to us most where we are most vulnerable. We're lonely, but we're afraid of intimacy. We're creating the illusion of companionship without the demands of friendship. Unbelievably, 4 in 10 Americans spend more time socializing online than in real life. Some call this the Goldilocks Effect. Not too close, not too far, just right. Which means that people have superficial relationships and are too uninterested or simply too afraid to create relationships on a deeper level. Many don't know it, but the connection we think we have by social media is actually leading to isolation. Whenever my family and I go walking, which is not as often as it should be, there's never a single person in sight. There's always light coming from a TV, and most families are on their phones nowadays. I catch myself these days being friends with people from school on my social media and not even saying a word to them at school. It's as if we're online friends and real-life strangers when face-to-face. We have to start building friendships and connections by being ourselves and discovering the world outside of the comforts of our small keypad on our phones. Let's start replacing the limited emojis we use on our phones with our own facial expressions and emotions. We have to start being there for each other, not just through the access of the web. Let's be the ones to make a change and start talking, not just through the luxury of our phones. It's time to interact face to face with one another. we have to be aware that social media is making us less social, and we must start doing something about it. Thank you.